Hi everyone, I'm Sofia, and today we're going to be making a skeleton of the arm bone. I've done this in my class before, and I thought it'd be really fun to show you guys. So before we get started, why don't I show you the skeleton of the bone? So we're just going to come right over here, and this is what we're going to be making today. So we only need a few things for this project. So why don't we just come right here and let's get started. So I'm gonna grab a big piece of paper. Right here I have some construction paper. And I think I'm gonna use the white construction paper. So here we have the white construction paper. Next, we're just gonna trim it a little bit. Okay. Now that we have it trimmed, we're all gonna grab a pencil. Grab a pencil or a pen, or even a colored pencil. Take your paper, whatever color paper you have is fine. I just went with white. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your hand on the paper like this, just like that. And then your next step, you are going to have to trace your hand. So there it is. We have our hand. This is our hand. I don't think you guys can see it. That's our hand. And next what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at our hand right here. You see these little lines here? This is where your fingers bend. And your thumb, your finger only bends in one place. Your knuckle doesn't count because that's your knuckle, and we'll get to your knuckles later. But for now, we're only gonna do creases. So I recommend you use a pencil for this because you could mess up on this a little bit. So whatever you're using, just close up and use a regular pencil for this. I want you to put your hands back in like that again. And next, you're gonna do something like this. Draw a line, and outside of it, leave a little mark, just like that. And then you're gonna do it for the whole hand. I'll show you what it looks like after you're done. This is what your hand should look like after you're done. Okay. Now let's get started with your knuckles. You have knuckles here, right? You have 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's draw them. You're not gonna trace your knuckles and then do lines. What you're gonna do is where your knuckle is, you're gonna put a line there. I mean, not a line. You're gonna put a little dot there, just like that, like I did on my thumb. So next, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do it for every little finger, and I'll show you what it looks like once you're done. Okay. Now you should have 5 knuckles, and this is what it should look like. 5 dots. Now here is the important part, the bone part. The bone part is very important because the bone part is the part where you kind of mess up. It's okay if you mess up. Just take a deep breath and try and redo it. Don't redo the whole thing because then it's a big mess. So for your wrist, it's gonna look like a bracelet. You're gonna do 4 balls. This is what it should look like. And next, I'll show you what it looks like when you're done. Make sure you don't make them too big. Okay. This is what it should look like when it's done. It should kind of look like a bracelet. But remember, don't decorate it because it's not a bracelet. It's a bone that's in you, in your wrist. So next we're gonna get to the bone part in the hand, and we're gonna leave the bottom part after. So we're gonna draw a bone. There are 2 bones in your thumb, 2 bones. And when you draw the bone, don't make them too big and don't make them too skinny. And when you draw the bone, also remember, just draw the bone up to the knuckle. And then you'll see what we're gonna do with the knuckle later. I'll show you what it will look like when it's done. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at how it should look. This is what it should look like when it's done. Next, I know you might get a little confused on this part, but since there are 5 knuckles, you have to draw 5 long lines like this. And it should go to one of the balls. And I'll show you what the last one should look like. Because on the last one, it gets a little bit confusing. So, that's what it should look like. 2 bones should be going to the last knuckle. Next, we're gonna go down to the bottom part again. There are 2 bones right here. And what you're gonna show to show that is this. They should look like 2 long sticks, but the tops should be round. And it should look like that. Okay, next comes the fun part. We get to color. And so you can choose whatever dark color you want, but make sure it's a dark color. I'm gonna go with the color red. So, what we're gonna do next is don't color the bones, and you're allowed to cover over the knuckles. It should just go like that, and then cover the whole hand, but don't cover the bones, because then if you cover the bones, you're gonna mess up and you're gonna have to restart the hand, okay? So you see how I'm coloring around the bones? You're gonna do that for every single one of them. And if you want, you can erase the knuckles because you don't want to really see the knuckles because the knuckle is not a bone. Hi.
Bedtime.
No. I have to finish, Mom.
But it's bedtime.
But I gotta finish.
10 more minutes.
Fine. My mommy's cuckoo. It's okay if you don't want to erase the knuckles. You can keep them there to know where they are. If you got it in the bone a little, or a lot, just erase it a little bit. Try and fix the bone up. If you don't, that's all right. It should look like this when it's done. This is a really fun project to do. Next, what you can do is you can cut it, but don't cut anything. Just cut like say, for example, you see how I'm not cutting the bones, I'm just cutting around it. Cut the hand out, and then I'll tell you what to do next with it.
It's bedtime!
Not yet, Mommy.
It's been 10 minutes. I'm in my PJs.
Hold on.
It's bedtime.
No.
I need to sleep.
You go to sleep and I'll come to bed
I
when I'm
haven't slept
finished.
in 8 years.
Then go to sleep and I'll come to bed when I'm
Now,
finished.
we can talk about this very anatomically correct picture tomorrow.
No.
What's left?
All we have to do is I have to show them one more thing. Okay?
5 more minutes.
Okay. Your hand should look like this when it's done. So next what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little pen, or if you would like, you could draw a little border on a bigger piece of paper, and then you could glue this on the border. But what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick the pin right through it like this, and then we're gonna come over to the skeleton and stick it. This is what it should look like when it's finished. And that's how I did it this time. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you liked it. Bye-bye now.